What's going on? Hope you're doing well. We got Kid A from Radiohead. So we've listened to OK Computer, which was really good. Then we did In Rainbows, which was really, really good. Definitely my favorite between the two, and honestly, just like one of the best albums I've listened to in a while. And so now we're going to Kid A. I know this is one of the ones that Radiohead fans cite as one of the best. That is all I know about it. So between the three albums, this is the one I know the least about. I have heard nothing off of it. I don't really know what it is stylistically. Just looking here on Spotify, I could see it released in 2000, which I believe places it in between In Rainbows and OK Computer. So, yeah, I'm really. I haven't gone into an album this blind in a while, so I'm really curious to see what this is like. I think I've heard Radiohead fans say that most of their albums have a completely different sound from one another. So I'm really excited for this. We're just gonna get it going here. It looks like we start off with everything in its right place. So and I'm also noticing right off the bat here, looking at the track list, the songs seem to be longer on this one. It seems like most of the time their songs are kind of in that 3 to 4 minute mark. We got two that are jumping closer to 6 minutes, and multiple on that 4.5 to 5 minute spot. So, yeah, that's interesting. We'll see how that kind of plays out here. But yeah, we're gonna get it going. Everything in its right place, and let's go ahead and start. A little hooky intro here. A lot of weird sounds. But then you kind of get that bass kick drum in the background. Very ethereal right here. That happens sometimes. Okay, quick pause, quick thoughts. Very cool intro here. Completely different sound than the way the other two albums I've heard start. A lot more electronic. It's got that bum 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 kick drum. Almost reminds me of like some electronic, like not house music at all, but like I don't know what the genre is. Someone more familiar would know, but it's very different intro than what we've heard. I really like the vocals. Like I said, they kind of got like an ethereal vibe going on. As always with Radiohead, not totally sure what's going on with the lyrics, but I like this a lot, really, so far. Definitely different from their other stuff, which I appreciate. Cool vocal effects here too. really like these synths or whatever this is. That's very cool. Nice fade out too. I really like that. That's a really cool opening track. And again, Radiohead gives me a song in a style that I feel like I haven't heard from them. They change it up. They don't really repeat themselves. They keep things moving. Really cool intro. I'm curious what their influences are as a band, because they seem to be drawing from a lot of different things. Like, it sounds so cool. It's like very spacey, obviously electronic. I really like the vocal effects that are coming in later on. Yeah, super vibey thing. Again, with this album, I don't know if it's a concept album or anything like that, so everything in its right place. Yesterday I woke up sucking a lemon. A lot. He does that a lot. Everything in its right place. There are two colors in my head. What is that you tried to say? Okay. Can't decipher it, but like it. Very cool opening track. So it looks like next we got Kid A, title track here. So let's see where we go. Sounds like an ice cream truck. Or maybe I'm just hungry, I don't know. Yo, if this is the type of album this is going to be, I'm really liking this. Sounds completely different than what I heard. Cool sound effects. Oh my god. What is this called? I think Daft Punk uses this a little bit. It's called like a vocal something, right? I don't know. Maybe you could tell me in the comments. Whatever the tool he is using to change his voice. This is super cool. Like I am more excited for this album than I originally was, because this is just so out of left field from what I was expecting. This is a really cool intro. I was also going to point out, if we pull it back a little bit. No, a little further. There was a little like effect in the background that I couldn't even really make out what it is, and I'm curious how they even choose, like, oh, we're going to put this little weird thing that barely makes sense in at this point. Like, how do you choose these things? How do you find these noises? I'm really interested in the songwriting process for that. Yeah, maybe they have interviews out there where they talk about where they come up with little nuggets like that. Okay, we'll keep it going. Standing in the shadows at the end of my bed, that would freak me out. Like a sleep paralysis demon. Like this drum groove, I like the way the bass came in there too. I like this building. Whatever this is. Oh shit. There they go again. They just love to take the drums, just drop it out for a bar. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is awesome. Yeah, this is really interesting so far. Yeah, this album seems a lot more low-key than the other two I've heard. The soundscape is completely different, and I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, like so many little weird sounds like this. And they bring up these big swelling, I don't know what that is, if it's like strings. And we kept the little demented ice cream truck pretty much all throughout the track. Like this is really cool. Like this is really pretty. I love stuff like this. Yeah, that was an incredible track 2. Track 1 was great as well. This is a really strong start to the album here. Really excited to see where this keeps going. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go on to the National Anthem here. Looks like that's the next track we got. So let's see what is in store. Okay, this is probably the most normal sounding intro we've heard so far. This reminds me of that palm muted riff from OK Computer. I think it was on Paranoid Android. This is a cool group to stick on. There's some scary sounds on this album. Sounds like something is wrong. Sounds like a bad trip so far. I got a little bit of fear right now. Whoa. What a turn. This is really cool. I think this is the first time they've had like horns in one of their songs, right? I don't think there was anything like that in Rainbows or OK Computer, unless maybe it was in the background and a lot quieter, but just having this big. First off, this is like the tale of two songs, right? Like, I this is not where I saw the song going, but that's kind of what's cool about Radiohead. They can, as I've mentioned a few times now, they can take you for a journey. You don't necessarily know where the song is going to go. They don't follow a standard song structure. They just kind of do what they feel like doing, and that's what this song, this whole album so far, but definitely this song, yeah, really cool. Okay, we'll keep it going. What the fuck is going on? Despite all of this bass groove has been holding. Okay, that was one of the most unique and interesting songs I've heard from them. That song felt like a panic attack. It felt unhinged. It felt like it was going off the rails, pretty much that entire second half. And something they keep doing in all their music, we're definitely seeing it a lot in this album, is they like the song will be going smoothly and then they'll like hit you with something that makes the song feel off or like something is wrong. I don't know how to put that better, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Like it's a little dissonant, a quote unquote wrong note will just come through that's like, whoa, where is that? Or they keep putting those nuggets, like in Rainbows and OK Computer did this, where they'll have like a groove going in a certain time and feel, and then they'll throw something in your ear that is completely just like does not line up with that, and it just kind of fucks with your head a little bit. I mean, the band of horns coming together here and playing weird sounds throughout all of this is probably the most extreme I've heard from them yet in that type of style. This is literally what a panic attack feels like for me. It's like you can't even have a thought because so many things are going on. It's like clashing. Yeah, it's a really cool song. Yeah, and the lines are pretty short in this one. Everyone is so near. It's holding on. Everyone is so near. Everyone has got the fear. We're 3 for 3 on this album too. This is a super interesting start. I'm glad to see this is not just again, they're not treading old ideas or retreading old ideas. This is something different. And now we got another interesting song title here for the next one, How to Disappear Completely. Let's find out how we do that. Radiohead keeps their bass kind of low in the mix, I think. Like if a different band did this section, I feel like they'd have it a little bit higher. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just something I'm noticing.
That's not me. I go where I play.
Nice vocal delivery.
I walk through walls. I float down the living. I'm not here. This isn't happening. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Really, really mellow song here.
In a little while, I'll be gone. The moment's already passed. Yeah, it's gone.
Kind of got a haunting vibe to it.
And I'm not here. This isn't happening.
There's the weird ear candy.
I'm not here. I'm
I love these big swells. That's very cool. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. Why do they do this to me? Okay. It's like they just have to make me uncomfortable for a second. Okay, that is a really haunting song. The lyrics obviously thematically fit with the track. I'm sorry, the title of the track. I'm not here. This isn't happening. I'm not here. In a little while, I'll be gone. The moment's already passed. Yeah, it's gone, and I'm not here. That is a haunting song. That is one of the most haunting songs I've heard in a moment, and I appreciate. Again, they're giving us a new to me as far as what I've heard, a new style in their discography. Probably one of my more favorites of their kind of like more subdued, laid back tracks. I don't even know if I can call this laid back because it's so heavy. That's one I think I'm going to love even more and more each time I spin it back. You can kind of close your eyes and let yourself go to a place, or if you're in a particular mood, this must hit like a fucking brick. They are masters of atmosphere in multiple different ways, not just one type of mood. They are masters of setting the mood and creating an atmosphere. That was really cool. That was really, really cool. So they're 4 for 4 in my book because I believe that's track 4, right? So, okay, very cool. We will keep it moving. We got Tree Fingers up next here. And so we're getting close to halfway through the album. This has been a fun listen so far. And here we go. Here's Tree Fingers. Okay, they said I'll have to guess the lyrics for this one. I wonder if it's an instrumental. We'll see. This sounds like it could be in like a movie or something. Really like, I don't know if it's a chord or just a note, but whatever they're hitting is very cool. Wow, that's cool. Okay, so we get kind of like their take on an ambient style track, and I think it's very cool. I really like the placement of this in the album. It seems like through their records so far, kind of around the halfway point, they like to put something like this that's a little more subdued and relaxed. But this is the most extreme they've taken that, but it fits really well in the context of this album. I really liked, I believe it was chords that was getting hit. Those like super delay heavy ambient chords that just have this huge sound. Yeah, it almost gives me like an existential kind of feeling listening to that. I feel like I should be like floating in an abandoned space station looking at the planets or something. It's very like contemplative. So that was a really cool track. It adds something new and different to the album. It contributes to the soundscape. So I believe we're 5 in, so that's 5 for 5. They're just such great album writers, and I really, really appreciate that. That's my favorite way to experience music, is a cool journey through an album, and this feels like a movie to me so far. Really cool. I wonder why it's called Tree Fingers for the song title. But that was great. So I've been chugging coffee, so I need to take a quick little bathroom break, and then we're going to get on to the next one here. Okay, we are back. Yeah. So I have some thoughts about the album overall, but we're just going to hold on to that until we get our closing thoughts here. So we'll just move on to the next one. It looks like Optimistic is next. So let's give it a spin. Let's see what we got. Cool drum groove to start. Nice riff. Like the vocal melodies in this one so far. They're like unique and catchy. Ooh, a little dirt in the voice. Okay, this one's the most normal sounding compared to the rest of the record. This sounds like something you could hear on the other albums, in my opinion. I'm liking it so far. We'll see where it goes. Might be my least favorite so far. Not bad by any stretch, and I like the riffs. I like the vocal things we got going on. Yeah, just a little more standard so far, but let's see where it goes. Still got a lot of song left. This is probably my favorite part right here. All right. Cool little jammy outro. Is this going right into the next song? Okay. Okay. So that was my least favorite track. So that one was about 5 minutes. I felt like it just kind of hangs around. Like it doesn't really like this is fine. But it just kind of hangs in the same spot for a while. Like I was expecting it to go somewhere else. And obviously in the outro, it does add a little something, but that's like right at the end. It's really just like the last 50 seconds of the song. It kind of brings in a new idea. And for the other part of it, it's just kind of hanging on this groove. And like it's fine, but it's just not as good as the other stuff I'd heard from them. And then it just feels like it didn't really develop into the song. Just didn't, the song didn't develop as much as I would have hoped. Not a bad song, but I just don't feel the gravitational pull to it that I have for most of their other songs. So what is that, 6? So I'll put 5 for 6. This is not a bad song, but when I'm saying it's 5 for 5, I'm saying those are like, amazing. I didn't get the amazing vibe from this, but this is fine. It's not like it drags down the rest of the album or anything. It's just okay. Okay, we're going to go on into In Limbo here. It's an interesting groove.
I'm on your side. Nowhere to hide.
I like the way the vocals, the guitar are kind of doing like a
I spiral down.
what is it, like call and response kind of. This is dreary.
I'm lost at sea. Don't bother me. I've lost my way. I've lost my way.
Yeah, I'm liking this more than the last one, although this one is similarly staying on a idea. I think this is just more interesting with that little call and response, for lack of a better word, between the vocals and then the guitar, the overall vibe of the guitar and how it's changing a little bit. This is just a cooler idea to hang on for my personal taste, so I'm liking this so far. Very cool outro. Getting scary again. You get some weird fuzz at the end there too. Yeah, this one's really cool. Very dreary, very atmospheric. I don't know how to describe the vibe or the way that one makes me feel, but it's kind of got like a sad vibe. And then again, they give you one of those weird outros that gets a little chaotic, a little scary. Yeah, that was very cool. Yeah, this album's got a lot of weird vibes to it. But I like it. It's got its own unique soundscape for sure. Okay, we're gonna go on to Idioteque. Let's check it out. This sounds more similar to the start of the album. This is cool. Women and children first. In a bunker. What is this about? sounds like Yeezus or something so far.
Who's in a bunker? Who's in a bunker? Women and children, first and the children, first and the children. I laugh until my head comes off. I swallow till I burst until
I like, what is that?
who's in a bunker? Who's in a bunker? I've seen too much. I've
Whatever that background effect is, I like it.
seen. I laugh until my head comes off. Women and children, girls and children, girls and children.
Ooh,
Everything all the time.
cool.
Everything all the time. Ice Age coming, Ice Age coming. Let me hear both sides, let me hear both.
There they go again. I'll be really brief, but just like the dynamics of the song, they give you all these different sounds, then they just cut it off. It adds different phases to the song. I really like it.
Ice Age coming, Ice Age coming. Let me hear both sides, let me hear both sides, let me hear both. Ice Age coming, Ice Age coming. Throw it in the fire, throw it in the fire, throw it on. We're not scared, mongering. This is really happening, happening. We're not scared, mongering. This is really happening, happening. Mobile's working, mobile's chirping. Take the money, run, take the money, run, take the money. Everything all of the time.
I like this like hook. Yeah, I like those drums. These drums. All right. Huh. All right, I like that one a lot. That was even within the context of this album. That was a very unorthodox sounding song. It had the song structure that I like a lot from them, where this is what I would call one of their journey songs, and it had the closest thing to what I've really heard of like a hook on this album. Where is it? This. This is really cool. And he's changing the delivery of that each time he goes through it. This is really cool. I like the general vibe, and I wish I had the better descriptive words for it. But like I said, this in the background, I've always really liked those weird type of like electronic sounds in songs where it's like it's not just like a basic poppy dance vibe, but like invokes a different type of feeling. Like it's just like a little off-putting and weird and obscure. And that song is covered with stuff like that. You know, obviously the song is talking about like a freaking apocalypse, natural disasters. Yeah, I love the soundscape of this song. Again, they bring the dynamics to this song. They bring you a lot of different places. One of my favorite vocal performances, probably on the entire album. They got these weird off-kilter ad-libs in the background of that outro. They also just let the drums hang for a while and do their own thing. Yeah, this is a really cool song. Definitely one of my favorites on the album. And like I said, it sounds more similar to the beginning. It seemed like that middle section kind of went in a slightly different spot for a second. I'm curious to see how we close this thing out. It looks like we got 3 more. So up next is going to be Morning Bell. Weird drum groove to start. This is very cool. Again, with those steps down, I like that. I like the contrast between the vocals and the bass. I'm liking this. Not cutting kids in half, but just the change there. Tasty. And those notes in the background are so subtle, but you could feel them. That's not the main vocalist, is it? Sounds like someone else. Huh. Okay, I think that's one of my favorite outros from them. Hmm. So this is like the opposite end of what I was saying with that other song, right? Because this one's also about 4.5 minutes. They stay in a lot of similar grooves through this one, but I just like it more. I love the bass and drum groove that sticks through here. Both are really interesting. They just sound good. A lot of little interesting nuggets added in with like that guitar that we were just hearing. Yeah, this groove at the end is just incredible. This is one I could see, even though it's like weird, like every song on this album feels like a little uncomfortable to me. Like it feels like something is slightly wrong. Like it's not like happy music in my opinion. But because the grooves are so good, I could see myself just listening to this and jamming out on a shuffle playlist. Another great build up in this track. I'm not sure what the lyrics here. We'll take a quick look. The morning bell, light another candle and release me. You can keep the furniture, a bump on the head, howling down the chimney. Release me, please release me. Where do you park the car? Clothes are on the lawn with the furniture. No, I might as well sleepy jack the fire drill. Cut the kids in half. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Maybe you guys can tell me what this one's about. It's like I have assumptions, right? Like this sounds like it could be like a dispute with like a partner or something, but I don't know if I'm reading it too surface level. Again, I've mentioned it in every video. I'm not great with lyrics, so maybe you guys can give me some help on what this song is about. Yeah, that's another standout track for me though. That was really, really good. Super interesting vibe. I just don't really hear songs like that. So, okay, we're getting close to the end here. Up next, we got motion picture soundtrack. Let's see. Lots of really cool atmospheric intros on this album.
Cheap sex and sad films help me get where I belong. I think you're crazy, maybe. I think you're crazy. Stop sending letters, always it's not like the movies, the first song.
Nice delivery. All right. A lot of unique sounds in that one that we didn't hear on the other tracks. Definitely a really subdued, more laid back track as far as just not having a million different instruments blasting me like earlier with the horn section. Um, I like it. It's not one I would listen to just like individually, like, hey, let me throw on motion picture soundtrack, but in the context of the album, I like it. It's interesting that this leads, excuse me. It's interesting that this leads into the final track here. Um, hmm. Yeah, that's definitely one. Like I said, I like it in the context of the album, not something I would be like dying to throw on individually. Um, but it kind of adds to the movie vibe of the record here. Everything flows very nicely into the next track, and so we've reached the end. I feel like these albums go by so fast. Okay, so we got Untitled to finish this thing off. Hopefully, it's a strong ending here. This has been a great album so far, so let's take a listen. Uh oh, another instrumental? Wow. Wow, I love that. I love that. That's a super cool ambient ending here. I kind of want to listen to this together. Hold on. Hmm. Yeah, that is a really, really cool ending. Okay, so that's Kid A by Radiohead. That is, again, one of the coolest albums I've heard in a while. It's one of the most unique sounding albums I've heard in a while. I don't have, like, you know, the most broad music taste, so to me, that is a very unique sounding album. I haven't heard a lot of things that sound like that. It's like such a good mix of like haunting, off putting, atmospheric, grand, beautiful, melancholy, all thrown into one album. It's definitely different from In Rainbows and OK Computer. They just, all three of those albums sound pretty damn different to me. Um, Let me pull up the track list here. Hold on. Huh. Yeah, the soundscape is just so different from what they had going on. Like stuff like this I love. This is going to be a weird reference, but I don't have many reference points. This album kind of reminds me of like Damnation from Opeth, with the melancholy, off-putting feel to the whole album, in like some similar delicate vocals and that type of thing. I'm curious how this album's perceived in the Radiohead kind of like hardcore fan base. So like I know this is kind of cited as like one of their top 3 albums, but I could almost see this being like not controversial. What's the word? Like polarizing, because it sounds so different from some of their other stuff, and it's like you kind of have to be into this type of vibe and you either feel it or you don't. I wonder if that's the case, or I might be wrong and everyone's just like, yeah, this thing rocks. Yeah, this is incredible. I mean, I'm trying to think about like my favorite tracks. Like everything is just so solid. It's not like one like stands head and shoulders. Like the intro's amazing. Kid A was really cool. National Anthem was cool. Optimistic's pretty cool. And Limbo was definitely cool. This one was great. Yeah, super unique album. I'm trying to think of like how I would rank the albums that I've heard from them so far. I think I would go In Rainbow's number 1. And it's hard for me to say between Kid A and OK Computer. I think like Kid A is just so unique sounding to me. Damn, it's a really hard call. And also I started with OK Computer, and there's just like so much music to digest between these 3 albums. I feel like I have to like go back to OK Computer and give it a second listen. I hear things so differently on my second listen, right? And like I just, there's so many ideas being thrown at you between these albums that it's like, I just need to go get a fresh listen of OK Computer. So I don't even think I could rank, like if I could place one of those 2 above the other. But I think In Rainbows is definitively my favorite of the 3. However, Kid A is like the most movie-like to me, it feels. Like this probably flows the best as an entire album. Like it just feels like a movie, and I'm curious to see how I'll like feel about this album over time. It's just so unique. I'm drawn to it. Like I just kind of want to listen to it again. It's really, really incredible, and really the only song that didn't like blow my mind was Optimistic. But everything else was so solid here. It's been really fun going on this journey with Radiohead. Yeah, every album here has been worth a listen. I'm kind of curious where you guys think I should go next, because these are really the only 3 albums I know. Like, I don't even know their other album titles or how many they have. Like, where do you think I should go next? I'm curious to see what you would say, or like I said, if it's not even Radiohead, if it's something else, I'm down to listen to whatever. And anything you guys would find interesting, we can give a shot here. But I'd love to see what you guys think about Kid A, where it falls for you, what you like, what you don't like, how you would kind of rank it between these 3, if it's even in your top 3, or if you got something else in there. What are your favorite tracks, least favorite tracks, that type of thing. Yeah, this was great. Thank you guys for watching. This has been really fun to go through here. So I'm sure this will not be the last of Radiohead we do here. So we'll keep it going. Like I said at the top, I hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.